guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Desiree of the Succulent Therapy and we're back again with another video. Today we are going to propagate this crassulas right here. So we have here a Crassula thumbstump, and this one is a tower ivory. This one's the hybrid. It's much more uncommon than the string of buttons. Okay, so we are going to propagate this one today, and you want to disinfect everything that you use, like the soil, scissors, knife, or anything that you use to cut your crassulas. So you want your scissors, I'll use scissors right here, to be disinfected by some alcohol or something disinfectant that you have right there. Okay, so let's start. We are going to just cut it right here. You just want it to be above the leaf right there. Oh, I think this one will not be okay. That one, that two-headed right there, you can see 1, 2, and this one is the main stem, so you might want to cut a bit lower in here. Push. Okay, so let me see what we have down here. That in here where we cut, there's 2 leaves right there, and later on expect that there will be a new offsets that will appear on this one. 1, 2. Okay, so we have done it on that side. Today we are going to get on this side. Okay, we'll do the same thing that we did in here, just this one right here. There's 2 offsets right there. We'll just go a little bit lower, 1, 2, and then cut it right there. Okay, so you don't want to damage the leaves right there, because that will be the place where another offsets will be growing. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut the others up. Okay, so I think we're done trimming it up for the sake of propagation and for the mother plant also to grow better. You can see that there are a lot of spaces right there, and that's okay. It will fill this pot up just a couple weeks from now on. Okay, so let's head on to this one right here. This is a Crassula ivory tower, and so we'll just cut just a few of them because it's not a lot in here. We'll just have to cut it right there, in there also. Okay, we'll just trim the outside layer of this one so that it will go upright. Don't have to worry about how it looks like right now, because it will grow some offspring later on. That will be nice for our plant. Okay, so we have right here, you can also cut it right there if you want to. That will also be great, so we will do that. Cut it half right there. And if you plant this one, there will be an offset on this part also. So we're done with this one, and then we're going to plant it into a pot. Just set it aside. So we have our soil right here. preparing our pot and our soil. So you can see right there that it's a mixture of coco peat, some compost, and some rice hulls. You can see right there. This is the soil mix that I usually use for my propagation, but I think I'll also use it for my cuttings right here. So you want your soil to be at least dry for your cuttings not to receive a lot of moist or some water. You want them to be calloused first. You may air dry them for about a day before you place them into your pot, but for my case, I think I'm going to place it right there because my soil is dry. It's okay. Okay, so let's start putting it in. Okay, we are done. The table is a little bit messy, but that's okay. We can fix that. But you can see right there that I did end up putting 2 cuttings on each pot, sometimes 3. And then you may end up transferring that one to another pot if they grow a little bit bigger, and that's okay. You can see also that I did add some pumice right there just to help them stand, and also pumice can help to the root systems of your plant, especially if you're dealing with cuttings. For most of the time, top dressings can be decorative, but it has also some benefits on your plant. You can put them right there in order to help them stand or to be in their place and not to wiggle. And the second purpose is for you to have a good root system. So you see this one right here, it serves as a barrier from the soil and to the air. So sometimes the humid is trapped in here, which will help to the root formation of your cuttings. So that can be one of the benefits also. So we are going to wait for at least 2 weeks for it to produce some roots, and then we'll go ahead and water them. So you don't want to water just after you transplanted them or just after you cut them, because it may absorb a lot of water and it may end up rotting, especially if you're dealing with crassulas. They don't like water very much. Okay, so you can see that as I said, they're a bit discolored right now, but here is the photo when it is stressed just a couple of weeks ago. But they're also beautiful right now. Just an example of a cuttings also. It's been 2 weeks since we did cut this one and we haven't watered it since. So I did end up watering it now because ta-da! It has some roots already. So that's ready to drink up, and they'll be good and okay with that. You can see that the leaves is a little bit wrinkled and soft right now, but that's okay. As soon as they drink up some water, they'll be good with that. Okay, so dehydration is better than dealing with rot. If they have roots, then that's the time we can introduce them to morning sun, because if you will put them into a sun like this without roots and anything like that, they may end up burning. Okay, just a little care tips on crassulas. Excuse my dirty table right there. You can see that I did use some shallow pot in here, and I also use a pure soil because that's what they like. for the reason that crassulas don't like much water. That's why I use pure soil. I also use some shallow pot, not deep pot, because there's a lot of chance in there that you might overwater your crassulas. So if crassulas are overwatered, they might shed some leaves and then end up dying like that. Okay, so you might want to have a pure soil and then just shallow pot. For light, you can expose them to direct sunlight or morning sunlight if you have a hot temperature in your area. In the Philippines, if you are in lowland, you can go with morning sun. They'll be good with that. And so for watering, water them at least once a week. They can even go longer than that, so once a month, something like that, they'll be good. And they are really versatile and really good for beginners. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you did learn something new, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.